For mental health campaigner Norman Lamb, politics is personal, driven by the suffering of the son by his side and his long battle with depression.
It just takes over your head, basically. You can't think of anything else. And when you get into depression, you cannot think of anything else apart from the gloom of how you're feeling. In my toughest moments, you don't feel like there's any escape.
In your worst times, did you feel like taking your own life? Did you feel suicidal?
I've had those thoughts ever since I can remember. I mean, they're not very nice thoughts to have. Obviously, it's really, really horrible, and you'd feel embarrassed to talk about them. I wouldn't at the time. I wouldn't have spoke to my parents about it or my friends, because it's embarrassing.
Did you feel alone in trying to deal with this? Did you think there was no one out there
Yes.
in the NHS to help you?
Yes, definitely.
Well, I remember the moment when he said, "Why am I the only person who's going mad?" And you just think, how tough is that for a teenager to have that feeling that you're the only one? And of course, you're not. There are so many people who experience this, but
suffer in silence.
Suffer in silence.
What toll did it take on your family?
Well, we've been through emotional turmoil for 12 years now. There have been incredibly difficult times. I mean, there have been times in London when I've had to leave the hotel where I stay when I'm down here to go across to see Archie at a moment of crisis late at night, near midnight. And you have no idea what you're going to find. And it's really scary. And then when you need the NHS at that moment of crisis and it's not there, it's dire. The brutal truth is that as a family we could afford to get help for him when there wasn't help available on the NHS, because we couldn't wait that long. But there are so many families who can't do that.
That's a scary thing.
It's not an option.
If they're going through like the darkest depression, and they could be thinking of killing themselves, or whatever, they can't get any help. They just say wait another 8 months. But that to me is as serious as having a broken leg, because
well, it's worse, because it can result in people taking their own lives.
And I've had those thoughts.
If they don't dedicate money to mental health, then we will slip back further, and that would be an outrage.
The raw honesty of a father and son who know only too well there's a battle to be won.